Hey guys, Mistmaster1 here, and welcome back to more Let's Play Kingdom Hearts Phonics HD Proud Level 1. In the last episode, we made it here to Atlantica, did some nice exploration. We met up with Ariel and her father, King Triton, along with Flounder and Sebastian, and he doesn't really seem so enthusiastic about us at the moment, because although we did help protect his daughter, you know, across this area with all these monsters and Heartless laying around, he is a bit iffy on the whole keyhole matter, because we brought up the keyhole to him in the first place at the end of the last episode, and he seemed very defensive on the fact that there is no such thing as a keyhole here. But how could that make any sense when there's been a keyhole in every world we've been to so far except Monstro? Because God knows where a keyhole in that thing would be. Come to my grotto, I want to show you something. You see that dolphin in the background over there? Pay attention to that and keep that in mind in a little while. Is it gonna push me? Oh my god, it pushed me. There it is. See? Yeah, here. See? Yeah. Oh, I can't do that accent. So yeah, I mentioned a grotto over there at the end of... Oh my god, there are Heartless here. Let's get out of the way. I mentioned a grotto being here at the end of the last episode, and now we're finally going to go in that. If you see this little chest right here, don't really worry about this. Oh wow, I can examine it. It's stuck in the hole. How can it be pulled out? We'll find the answer. We'll find out the answer to that later this episode, so don't worry about that. For now, let's head to Ariel's grotto. Kinky. The soundtrack is very peaceful. You don't get to... This track only plays in a few scenes in the game. It's nice to hear it. Look at all the wonderful things Flounder and I've collected. I think it's all from... Okay. You know, maybe I should practice reading these lines when I do the practice session before I record anyway. I think it's all from the outside world. Someday, I'm going to see what's out there. I want to see other worlds. Does that sound strange? No, not at all. In fact, that's what we've kind of been doing the whole game. I used to feel the same way. Used to? I mean, I still do. Yeah, we kind of fibbed to her when we first met up. We're like, we're not from around here, we're from a different ocean. We're not even from the ocean, we're from various worlds. Hey, why don't we try looking for that keyhole you were talking about? But your father said, oh, he treats me like a little girl. He never wants to let me do anything. He just doesn't understand. And Sebastian's hearing all that, and he looks traumatized right now. So yeah, here's Ariel's grotto. You only hear this soundtrack once, like the first time you're in here, so savor it while you can. The very first thing we're going to want to do is go to the very top of this place, and if you actually look up here, you can see, well, I guess it's a better effect from the bottom. You see like a nice little, like, purpley kind of fog and, you know, shine up there. It's really nice. Open up this very top chest, get yourself our next torn page, number 4 out of 5. We haven't been to the 100 Acre Wood in a while, so we're gonna have to do that soon. And also this chest up here contains a cottage. We're getting so many cottages lately, 13 of them. Oh, 13, that's not a provocative number for this game. And also down here we can find one more chest, and inside this one contains a Mega Potion, and a little indent on the wall here, that looks interesting. Oh, here's a nice little thing. You can actually interact with the objects here. Like, here's like the globe, here there's a little grandfather clock, and something I had never known about until recently. You see this little statue over here? You can actually interact with it, and if you do... It's like a little wind-up doll, or well, not doll, but like a little wind-up music box. You like spin it, and you twirl it up, and it just like goes crazy like that. It has like a nice little chime to it. It's pretty nice. And let's smash Ariel's possessions right in front of her. Yeah! Oh my god, you actually get an ether from that. That's awesome. I didn't even know they dropped items. Oh, I'm gonna do it for this one. Aw, man. I never knew that. That actually drops an ether. That's hilarious. Anyway, what's up, Flounder? There's this really big fish who can swim against the current. Yeah, you remember that dolphin we saw a little while ago? But he's scared of those weird things swimming around, so if we chase them away, I think the big fish will play with us. Maybe if you grab onto him, he'll take you somewhere, and that's meant to hint at something in how you're supposed to progress through this world. For the longest time I thought there was no indication on how to do the next part coming up, but that is your hint, and it's very cheeky of them to do it by being able to talk to an NPC, but I mean... I suppose that's the whole point of RPGs, is you're meant to talk to people, interact with things, and get more information that, you know, you might not know otherwise. So, we've done everything in Ariel's grotto, so let's head out of here. We're gonna have to say goodbye to this nice little music and, wait, what? What are those things? Sinister music is playing. Ugh. They're ugly, whatever they are.
Those impudent fools will never find the keyhole. But the girl could prove useful, and I've got the Heartless on my side. Triton, my old friend. Your day is coming.
You can't just hit me in the face with that fat mouth like that. I thought it could have gone blind if she hit me in the eyes. And we have ourselves some new enemies here. These are, well, I'm going to try to isolate it and not kill it in the process because I want to get rid of these little green guys, these little screwdrivers really quick. So let's get rid of you. Wow, another synth item drop. I'm just getting lucky today with these synth drops, man. And that's something special. Oh, Ariel got knocked out. Oh, whatever. So these are sheltering zones. They're basically giant sea neons. And what makes them different, aside from them being larger, they move a little bit slower in general, and they take a bit longer to do their moves, but they travel a lot, like, greater distance than their little smaller counterparts. So you gotta watch out for that. They hit pretty tough as well. They have, like, this little wind-up attack, just like the other ones. You also have, like, a nice little, when you get parried, he does, like, a little spin move like that, or, like, just, like, a little spin reaction for when that happens. I'm trying to just weaken this thing down enough with physical attacks, because something happens after you've hit this thing enough with physical hits. Sorry if this is being a bit tedious. This is only a one-time thing, so don't worry about that. But once you've dealt enough damage to this thing, this thing will happen. It'll actually break apart into 4 little other sea neons. So that's the big ones are called the sheltering zone, and the little ones are called sea neons, and that's the basic difference between them. Little fun fact is that if you actually kill a sheltering zone with magic, it will never split apart, so that can actually prove useful in little fights that are coming up soon. And now that there are no enemies around, like Flounder has said, we can actually interact with that dolphin that's over there. So all we have to do now, we've cleared out the enemies that are over here. Let's just wait for a minute until the thing gets over here, because there will be more enemies if we try to cross the area more, and grab on, like so. We grab its fin. And let's just ride this thing all the way to the other side since we have to anyway, like so. That's good. And now that we've done that, that's going to cause a little global event in this world. There's more of them. See, now, oh, there's some screwdrivers. I don't want to deal with those guys. Let's just get out of here. There will probably be... Well, oh, no, that we actually... I'm just going to zone in and out really quick because on top of the pink agaricus and the white mushrooms that spawn there, in this little room right here, you can also get a regular Heartless like the Sea Neon in Sheltering Zone. And if you just spam magic on it, that as long as magic is the finishing hit on the Sheltering Zone, it will never split apart like so. Now pay attention right here. It's going to happen really fast. You'll see the dolphin actually swim right by. You see it like right there? Yeah. And now it's going to move up to the Undersea Valley. And now we're actually going to use this shortcut to head up back to the Undersea Valley from the low calm depths. And then very carefully, we're going to do some movement over to this little area right here. And then we're just going to drop down. Because when we come to this little area, we don't have to fight any Heartless, and the dolphin will just come right over here. And we can grab onto it, and like Flounder said, it can take us to a little part. And it'll actually take us into the calm depths against the current that we couldn't, previously go across. And we will go all the way to this little nook back in the complete opposite, just the complete back of the calm depths. And through here, we can actually make our way to the sunken ship. So that's meant to be your little clue as to how to get there. You talk to Flounder, he says, oh, why don't you ride the dolphin? The guy appears in the Undersea Valley, and you can make your way to this little part, which is the next part of the world. Really quick. It's kind of like a ship graveyard. You can find this little chest in this little broken ship, get yourself an elixir, and let's go through the Ring of the Anchor. And one more chest down here. There's only 2 chests outside, so don't worry about that. Get yourself a mithril shard. And also, there's a little sort of shortcut back to the Undersea Gorge next to Ariel's grotto. We will be using this on the way back, so don't worry about that. I'll be back there in just a couple minutes. And, what the? Huh? That's what I'm saying, man. What is it? What is that thing? That's what I'm saying, man. How do we reach it? If only I could reach it. That's what I'm saying, man. Okay, that was lame the 3rd time. Yeah, remember this for later in this episode even, because even though we can't do anything with it right now, it will serve purpose, very shortly. It's a giant rock right here. Oh my god, a giant rock! Oh, we can examine it? Oh no. I was like, I didn't realize we could examine the rock. It's just that thing again. Yeah, it's blocking off something. That's interesting. And here we have the sunken ship we're meant to enter. You can actually... You can examine this thing from all the way over here. How about that? You can enter this sunken ship from either the little hole on the side or the deck right here. And I guess I'll be traditional and just go through the deck since that's the way it's intended. And we're going inside, and then, oh, whoa. Music has stopped, and we saw a little shadowy thing cross through the screen. And before we do anything in this place, there's actually a little chest hidden here in the back of the ship. If you open this, get yourself another mithril shard. They're all over the place in this world. And the clams and chests everywhere. But a little secret.
Come on.
You break the little boxes here, and they reveal another hidden sort of portion of the ship, and they reveal a clam, and inside the clam you can get yourself a mithril. So instead of all those mithril shards, you can actually get a mithril from that clam right there. And now, oh my god, the camera. Okay, that was a little funky. And now coming across, ooh, there's a nice little chest over here. This surely can't lead to anything bad. Let's go into what the... oh my god, oh, the shark attack. Oh, it's Jaws. Okay, everyone panic. Swim around. Okay, whoa, hello. Okay. And yeah, we have ourselves a little friend over there who's kind of hungry, I guess. And okay, why don't we open that chest now that we've calmed down from that little heart attack? And whoa, shiny. Its shape reminds me of something. And we get ourselves the key item, the crystal Trident. You guys remember in Ariel's grotto just a little while ago we were at? It had a little Trident-shaped indent in the wall. Yeah, that's where we gotta go. And the shark has actually created a little exit. We can go out of the ship now through here. And be careful, because it is in the distance over there. We will be fighting that thing later. But in the meantime, I'm just going to say screw that. And we're actually going to head back to the undersea gorge over here. And what's really creepy is that if you actually leave that place without getting into a fight with the thing, because we will have to fight that thing eventually. We're just going to run away from now. There's no music that plays until you get into another battle or you watch the next cutscene. But anyway, and this game is really creepy with no music in the background. There's a little geyser here. The water is rippling. Try hitting it. You hit this thing, and if you look up there, it's actually a little sort of indent over there in like the ceiling. And if we right up this thing, we can actually go up the little shaft, and there's a giant chest right here. That was next to Ariel's grotto. It was the thing that was plugging up the hole. And if you open this chest, it has a really slow animation. You can get yourself an orichalcum, 4 out of 5 star synth item, very rare. And yeah, we're just gonna go back to Ariel's grotto. This place is extremely creepy with no music. I have to reiterate that because it really is. Hey Flounder, what do you have to say now? There's a shape here just like that, or there's a shape here that looks just like that crystal you have. So yeah. Why don't we try putting it in there? Oh, it's a perfect fit. That's what she said. So pretty.
Ariel, you've disobeyed me again. I told you not to leave the palace.
Huh?
Daddy, no!
What was that for?
How could you?
We just went to get the thing and you destroyed it? Why? Well, she's upset.
Young man, you're not from another ocean. You're from another world, aren't you?
Huh?
Then you must be the key bearer.
How did you know?
You may fool Ariel, but you can't fool me. You don't know your dorsal fin from your tail. As the key bearer, you must already know one must not meddle in the affairs of other worlds.
Of course I know that, but...
You have violated this principle. The key bearer shatters peace and brings ruin.
Oh, Sora's not like that.
I thank you for saving my daughter, but there is no room in my ocean for you or your key.
So that's why he was so defensive about it earlier. He knows everything that's going down between the keyholes to worlds, the key bearer, our oath, our mission. So we've really upset him with our actions. Ariel's upset in this little undersea garden. Oh god, it's those things again.
My, the poor child suffers such deep sorrow. What a pity. If only there was something we could do. Wait, maybe she can be of some help. Yes, maybe she can be of some help to you.
Who are you talking about?
Oh, she would surely help you. She'd make all your dreams come true. Ursula can help.
You called, my dear?
You're Ursula. Oh, Ariel. I was just wondering if...
It's all right. Helping others is what I live for. Let me guess. You wish to see other worlds. That shouldn't be too hard. After all, your new friends came from another world.
What?
But they had special help. That mysterious key. Now, cheer up, sweetie. You have something special, too.
Huh?
Now listen carefully.
Yeah, that was Ursula. You know that evil laughing wench we saw when we exited Ariel's girl the first time, when she had her like little magical cauldron of magic? Yeah, she's I don't know why Ariel in the first place would side with someone like that, but I mean, it's not good. We should probably catch up to her before she does something as stupid as, like, I don't know, giving her dad's Triton to her and, like, you know, ruining everything. Hey Ariel, can we talk about this? What's going on?
I think the keyhole they seek is somewhere in the palace. Now, my dear, if you can take me there without your daddy knowing, I can help you get to these other worlds you long for.
Oh my god, the creepy face thing is coming back. Remember when that was the thing of this Let's Play, is the whole creepy faces, and then then it came down to more on that later? Ugh, but god... Come on, Ariel, why we... Really? You're gonna give the Trident to that crazy purple thing? Who looks like the Grimace and all that stuff? Like, why would you do such a thing? We have to get there so she doesn't make the biggest mistake of her life. Come on, guys. Ugh. Oh, God.
The Trident is mine at last, and I couldn't have done it without your help, my dear.
Ursula, no! I didn't want this!
Why not? Aren't you tired of following your dear daddy's orders? Oh, yes. We had a deal, didn't we? Time for a little journey to the dark world of the Heartless.
We cannot find the keyhole. The keyhole is not here.
What? Why, we have company. I'm afraid you're a little late, handsome.
She'd made off with it.
Daddy!
The Trident. We must get it back.
Come on, let's go! Wait. I'm going with you. My father is hurt and it's all my fault. I have to stop Ursula.
That's right. I'm right behind you, Ariel.
And here's our next main objective of the game. Ursula has made off with King Triton's Trident. Say that 5 times fast. And we have to go get it back. So now I know I said I'd give Goofy a chance, but now we're gonna want Donald in our party with Ariel. Ursula draws power from her cauldron. To defeat Ursula, you must strike her cauldron with magic. Remember that for later. He is strictly telling you how to win the next little fight, like major fight we have coming up. Let's stop by here to get a little MP refill. Would not hurt. Also, wouldn't hurt to put on the Thunder Spell for this next little thing coming up. But also, be careful when you exit this little place because we have ourselves a new enemy, just like right out the gate. You will see some screwdrivers, and they will be carrying this little big guy known as an Aqua Tank. And use a gravure on it. We don't want to screw with that thing for now. I'll get into more detail when we can actually fight those things one-on-one. They basically, while the Aqua Tank is on top of those little screwdrivers right there, they can cause a ridiculous little sort of charge attack at you. And if you've seen the thing of that Aqua Tank, that little enemy, it's just a giant Heartless, kind of like the large body is, and it covers a huge amount of area. And you can imagine a charge from that thing at full force would be pretty devastating. So all we're going to do is use a gravure on that thing and just run away because they're not worth fighting. If I can go into real detail later, like I'll give like a quick little snippet as to how to fight them, but we're not going to bother with those guys right now. Instead, we are going to make our way back to the sunken ship, as that is our next little objective. And you can probably guess what we're going to have to do now, and since this works out really well, I'm going to use a camping set, our last one that we have here, get 3 MP back. Also, would not hurt. Let's take out that... Actually, no, let's put a Mega Potion, Mega Ether, and an Ether. That would not hurt. Have ourselves max HP and MP. And we have the Shark that we have to deal with really quick. Wouldn't hurt to start this fight off with a little stop, so that way you can get yourself a little 3-hit combo here. So let's do that, get the finisher damage, and now what we're going to want to do is play really defensively and run away while we use Thunder on this thing. This little shark can snap at you, it can charge at you, it is really aggressive, so keep your distance away from it. It will charge, but it can crash into the wall like that and actually give you a nice little recovery time. Let's throw an Ether while it's busy right there. Okay, use a Thunder there. Be careful, the charge attacks are really fast. It crashed into the wall again like a silly person. But Thunder makes really good use of this thing because it's actually a water... Like, I don't know if this has any significant importance, but I believe the fact that we're in Atlantica and the enemies here are kind of water-based, Thunder actually does pretty good wonders against this thing, and there we go. It actually wasn't too difficult of a fight. Just play really safe, it drops some items when you finish it. That actually went a lot smoother than I thought it would be. And I would use a cottage right here, but we're actually nearing another save point, so don't worry about that too much. I remember that switch earlier in the episode we couldn't do anything with? Well... Need some help? I'll show you how it's done. I'm not going to do that voice. That's too annoying even for me. So Sebastian can actually reach in that little crevice there and hit that little switch, which releases this little rock, well, giant rock. And this brings us to the Den of Tides, which is basically the area that Ursula resides in. And we're actually going to go and take her on in the next episode, because if you go left, you go to Ursula, which will lead to our next little boss fight there. Or you can go to the right, and inside here you can go to the Cavern Nook. And inside of it is 2 little clamps here. Let's attack the small one first, because inside the small one, get yourself the Mega Ether, but the big one right here, you can find your next little save point, and this is a good stopping point because we have a big confrontation to deal with next episode, and basically I'd rather we cover pretty much the rest of the world in the next video. This has been one of the longer worlds, you know, 3 videos. A lot of worlds have been 2 videos, but this is important that we save this for the next episode. So guys, I have been Mr. Astro 1, thank you for watching. This has been episode 34 of Let's Play Kingdom Hearts Final Mix HD Problem Level 1, and in the next episode, we are going to go to Ursula's lair, fight her to get the Trident back, and hopefully lay her to rest like we have all the other Disney villains, because she's the only one left apart from Maleficent that hasn't been dealt with yet, and if we strike her down, that means that our whole little fiasco with Riku and Maleficent is the only real thing that will be on our minds. Next time on Let's Play Kingdom Hearts Final Mix HD Proud Level 1. I'll see you guys in episode 35 for the conclusion of Atlantica, and until then, see you later.